Welcome back to Yogaxpress, the mobile stretch clinic that takes yoga to the people. I am really happy to reintroduce Josiane Hird. Josiane was here with us in the last episode, which we aired yesterday, and she is back for more. As ever, she loves to stretch. Josiane balances all her activities with a common denominator of yoga stretches. So Josiane, would you tell our viewers what you do in your spare time, if you have any, after coming to our shows?
Well, I'm not doing anything at the moment, but I've done recently.
You're stretching with us, girl.
Oh, yes. But I mean about martial art,
right?
Boxing, sailing, and my link, of course, is yoga. Everything right. I do and did.
That's wonderful.
And belly dancing. I've got belly dancing.
How could you forget that? Maybe that's why you look so nice and graceful when you do these postures, right? Yeah, it's wonderful. Thank you for coming back, and it's really wonderful to have you, especially today, because today we're going to focus on muscle groups. We're going to help our viewers understand it's very important to stretch. Stretching not only releases endorphins in the body, which gives you a wonderful high that actually helps you stay high. So if you've had an adrenaline rush and then you come and stretch over here with us, you can actually have this endorphin high that'll help you stay at that high that your adrenaline has already taken you to. Remember one thing, when you stretch your muscles, you are not only releasing endorphins, you're also strengthening certain muscles, because all major muscle groups are interconnected. So when you stretch one muscle, you stretch your triceps, you're tightening your biceps. You stretch your biceps, you're tightening your triceps. So all the muscles are connected. They're interconnected. So whatever you do, just remember, if you can move, you can stretch. So just stretch, feel those wonderful feel-good juices flowing, and feel good. Get addicted to feeling good. And that's all we can say, right, Josiane? Before we move on, I'd like to thank our wonderful crew. We have a full house today. We have Edwin Zuli is our flow manager, Edwin and Kevin on camera. Thank you very much for being here. We had Eric, Manny, and Ginger previously. We also have Brittany, Rosette, Meriden, Jamie, and Vanessa in the control room. Kristen and Rich are facilitators. Thank you all for being here. We feel so privileged with just two of us over here. We have this wonderful, wonderful crew to help us out. So we know that you're going to get the best shots of us. And it's very important, especially today, because we're going to point out the 14 major muscle groups in the body as we do our stretches. And as Josiane, I will demo, and Josiane, sometimes I'll stretch with you, Josiane. Before we do any of our stretches, our program Yogaxpress airs Monday through Friday at 1:30 on Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and FiOS 35. So stay with us, stretch with us, and hang in there. We have a lot of support for you. We have adapted the sequence, simple ailment-specific stretch sequence called 48 Plus from my third title called Yoga Secrets. And I'm going to just hold this up maybe for a couple of seconds for the cameras to pick it up. We also have, this book actually has 10 ailment-specific cards inside. So you have a sequence for sciatica, you have a sequence for hemorrhoids or piles in the British English, hemorrhoids in American English. You have a sequence for lumbago, for low back pain, hypertension, diabetes, constipation, asthma, arthritis. We're not saying we're going to work miracles. All we're saying is we're going to try and prevent these ailments, maybe delay them, and if you're lucky enough, sometimes find a lot of relief for any of these. You remember when you came to stretch with us yesterday, we did a sciatica sequence.
Oh, yes.
And I remember you going...
So good afterwards.
That's good. So you're a wonderful ready-made endorsement for us. I'm so glad you're back, Josie, and this is wonderful.
Thank you.
There are 14 major muscle groups in the body. And Josiane, we're going to just list them out very briefly before Josiane goes into the demo mode and we can tell you all about it. Before that, a little commercial for us. We also have, besides the website and the blog, www.yogaxpress.com and yogaxpress.blogspot.com. That's YOGAXPRESS. We live in North America. We don't always spell everything as it should be spelled. We also have a postcard for you with the 48 stretches. We have a fridge magnet with the 48 postures. And we have a little business card. The front is not important. The back has the sequence. So stick this in your wallet. Stick this on your fridge. The fridge magnet goes on your fridge. Put this in your handbag. Just don't tell yourself you don't have time or support to stretch, because if you can move, as we said, you can stretch, and you will want to after you stay with us. There are 14 major muscle groups, Josiane, and actually let me demonstrate just so. No, stay where you are. Stay where you are. First, let us tell people what are the major muscle groups. We'll start from the top of the body. So the shoulder. The two well, I don't like to call them shoulder pads, but anyway, the two big muscles over here are called the deltoids. So they are your shoulder muscles, and then you've got the biceps in the front of your upper arm. You've got your triceps under the upper arm, so the bottom part is called triceps. And then you've got your latissimus. Turn around, Josiane, so we can get you on camera. Maybe the other camera can pick you up. The latissimus is a huge, huge muscle that spans the upper back. That's a latissimus muscle. So we're going to try and get into stretches that will stretch every one of these major muscle groups. And then you've got no, don't move. You got the trapezius right here, just below the neck. And guess where most of us hold all our tension? It's right here in the trapezius muscle. That's why when someone gives you this wonderful massage, you go, oh, and you just melt. That's what's happening, because when you feel, whenever you feel you're tense, this is the part that hurts the most. Turn around, Josiane, you're fine. The pectorals in the upper part of your torso, and in between the pectorals, the pectorals are the cartilaginous muscle between your rib bones, actually. And you have the upper abs. I'm trying to think, there is one more. You have your chest muscle, pectorals. Okay, we'll come to that. You have your upper abdominal muscles, your lower abdominal muscles. In yoga, through our breathing, we learn to isolate our lower abdominal muscles. And they're called abs. Now, we don't want a 6-pack or an 8-pack. I have a 16-pack, and I'm happy with it. The thing is, I'm able to isolate my abs when I want to through my breathing. You have the obliques in the side of your waist. Feel it, Josiane, feel it. And viewers at home, just feel that part of your body. Obliques are in the side of your waist. We have our quads in the upper thighs, the front of the upper thighs, and you have your hamstrings in the back of your thighs. Your gluteals are your buttock muscles. I guess this camera is picking us up. Gluteals are your buttock muscles. You have a calf muscles. You have your Achilles behind your heels, and your plantars are at the sole. I know there's one major muscle group that I missed out. I know it's somewhere in the pectorals. Well, intercostals, that's right. Pectorals are your big muscles in the front of your chest. Intercostals are the cartilaginous material that stretches the ribs. So holds the ribs together and stretches when we open our diaphragm. Okay, are we ready, Josiane?
Yes.
All right, which muscle would you like to work first? Or shall we get into the postures and we'll point out
yes.
which muscle works? All right. We did some standing stretches yesterday, so let's do some seated postures today. Josiane and I yes, let's both do it together. I'll talk you through. Josiane and I are going to go into what's called the cat posture. So place your palms on the floor. Palms are about shoulder width, nice and flat. Your fingers are splayed out nicely. And place your knees just below your hips. So your palms are just below your shoulders. Your knees are just below your hips. Your toes are curled in the beginning of this posture. What we're going to do is we're going to inhale and dip the middle part of our torso down. And as we inhale, we're going to lift our chin up. So that's actually expanding the pectorals and the intercostals. Before I forget, I want to make sure that I remember that posture, intercostals. So we're going to inhale first. Inhale, lift your chin up. Exhale. Tighten your upper and lower abs and arch your back, uncurl your toes. I'm doing a very loud exhale through my throat. It's called Ujjayi. Let's keep inhaling. Inhale one more time. Arch your back. Let's relax and just analyze. So Josiane, stay there. Actually, what I want to point out to them, when Josiane arches her back, she's going all the way in. She's very nice. I can feel it. She's actually tightening her upper and lower abs. She's tightening her abdominal muscles. At the same time, she's stretching the latissimus muscles, these huge muscles in the back, in her upper back. She's also feeling a little bit of a stretch in her trapezius muscles in the lower part of her neck. So relax. Now, when Josiane actually goes down into that arch, let's come back into neutral position. Let's sit down. When Josiane goes into the arch, not only is she stretching those muscles, she's tightening the front of her body. We're not working any obliques in this posture. We're going to do a few obliques in a moment. Now, we are going to strengthen, we're going to stretch the pectorals and the intercostals a little more. We're going to go into a back bend for Ustrasana. Ustra is camel. A lot of yoga postures actually imitate animal movements, animal postures. So let's come up. Are you okay with your knee, Josiane? Okay. Josiane has her socks on, but remember, folks at home, I don't want you to stretch with your socks on unless you have rubber dots under your socks as Josiane does. You want to be safe. It doesn't matter if you're not going to get into a full posture, just be safe. Now let's be mindful and respectful of our body. So Josiane, do you want to come forward just a little bit? Oh, okay. Say that. That's fine.
You can see better.
Okay. Let's both stay together. Hopefully we won't hit each other. So what we're going to do is maybe let's turn around a little bit so one of the cameras can pick us up this way. We're going to inhale fully and expand our chest. And once we go past midpoint, we're going to start exhaling. We're going to place our palms on our buttocks. So your gluteal muscles are your buttocks. So as we exhale and glide our palms down the back of our thighs, we're going to tighten our buttock muscles and we will feel a delicious stretch in our quadriceps, the front of the upper thighs. So let's do that. Place your palms and maybe, yeah. So I'm going to look this way so this camera pick me up. Why don't you face me a little bit? No, turn this way. Yeah, that's it. So that camera, so they'll get both shots. Inhale, take your chest out. Inhale, take your chin up. Once you go past midpoint, start exhaling. Glide your palm down the back of your legs. Very gently, place the right hand on your right heel, left hand on the left heel, and once you've made the connection, move your pelvis forward. Now in this posture, what we're doing is we're getting a wonderful expansion of the chest. We're also getting a beautiful, beautiful compression of the latissimus muscles in the back of our chest. So we're going to hold. We're also tightening our gluteals so we can stay in position. Let's inhale. Place your palms on your buttocks. Inhale, come up. Exhale and release. Now remember, if you don't make the connection, if you do not make the connection with your hand at some part of your body, your neck is going to feel all that tension. Now you want to compact your muscles when you go back. You don't want to feel tension. So make the connection. Whatever you do, don't suspend your hands in midair unless a posture requires you to do that. Okay, so we have to do a few bicep stretches. So let's see if we can do some bicep stretches. Okay. Now, I don't want you to go back because I know your knee is still tender going forward. Okay, let's do the Ardha Matsyendra. Are you okay with this one? Posture number 24?
Yes, I love that.
All right, that's
wonderful.
I know you love that, huh? Okay, that's a beautiful stretch for the obliques. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into a posture called Ardha Matsyendra. Ardha means half. Matsyendra, Matsya is fish. Matsyendra is the name of a sage. And Matsyendra literally means Lord of the Fishes. So this is half Lord of the Fishes. It is not the full posture, it's a half posture. Place your left heel under your right buttock. Now, we have human props. We have our hands. You don't really need external props if you can rely on your own hands and legs to take you somewhere. Lift your right foot, move it over the left knee. Now, I'm going to place my right foot nice and flat. Make sure your right foot is pointing forward. Keep it nice and flat. The left foot is actually the sole of the left foot faces the back of the room, or the studio in this case. What we're going to do is we want to feel a delicious stretch in our obliques, in the side of our midriff. So first of all, we're going to push our right knee in with our right hand. We're going to torque our body to the right. Now, so the right knee goes in, the upper body moves to the right. You should already feel a wonderful compression on the right side and a beautiful stretch of the obliques on the left side of the waist. We should also feel a wonderful, wonderful stretch of the abductor muscles on the outside of our thighs, the outside of our right thigh. Now, for the moment, the left thigh is not feeling much of a stretch because it's stationary. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to push the right knee in. Now, let's take a deep inhale, raise. Now, hold your right knee in with your right hand. Inhale, raise the left arm. Exhale, dip your left elbow over the right knee. As you keep exhaling, your body will help you twist further and further to the right. This time, hold on, make a connection. Hold on to your left knee with your right hand if you can. If you cannot make that connection today, that's fine. Place your left hand on your right thigh. Hold on to your right knee and twist and turn to look behind you. Now this time when we turn around, we're also stretching our deltoids just a little bit, the deltoids on the right side, and we're stretching the pectorals in the upper right side of our chest. Hold. When we say hold, we mean hold your posture, not your breath. Inhale, let's come back up, come back to the front. Release the left arm first. Untangle the right leg. Let's place the right heel under the left butt. Use your props. Use the props that you already have. Place your left foot over your right knee. And this time I'm going to move a little bit to the left of my mat so my foot stays on the mat. Left foot is flat. Right foot, the sole is turned out to face the back of the room. I'm going to push my left knee in and torque my upper body to the left just a little bit to give me that head start when I make my twist. Now, keep your left hand where it is. Inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, dip your right elbow over your left knee. It's a little hard to speak while we're in this twist, but we're going to keep trying. Now, I'm going to try and make the connection. One side is always a little more flexible than the other. Once I've got hold of my right knee with my right hand, my left hand is free to move back behind me. So I'm going to twist. With every exhale, with every sip of air that you can drive out of your body, you'll be able to twist a little deeper. 1 millimeter a day is more than enough. Now hold. Inhale. Release. Release the right arm first. Let's untangle our left leg. Now, can you recall what other muscles you stretch, Josiane? I know we did a lot of compacting. This is a beautiful oblique twist for the obliques.
Yes.
We also stretch the abductor muscles on the outside of our thighs. We need a few adductor muscle stretches, so we're going to do that too. So we got lower abs, we got upper abs. That's wonderful. You did your latissimus. I want to cover everything, then we're just going to stretch for the fun of it. We did a quad stretch. Did we get a quad stretch in this one? Yes, we did that in the ustra, the camel posture. Okay, we have a couple of hamstring stretches. So let's do, that's wonderful, that's beautiful. We're doing all seated postures today. So let's do some hamstring stretches. Hamstrings are the muscle groups on the back of your legs. So it's basically the back of the upper thigh. We're going to keep one leg extended. Let's keep our right leg extended, which is your tender knee. So that's okay to stretch.
Yes,
you don't want to fold. And I know you have a very unique way of dealing with it when you come to the other side. It'll be lovely to show. I know. That's great. That's great. Okay, extend your right leg. We're going to feel a stretch in your in your hamstrings, in the back of your thighs. Now, attach. One of our participants, Amy, loves to say, attach your foot to the thigh. So attach your left foot to the inner right thigh. Keep it as close, keep your heel as close to the left heel, as close to the groin as possible. Once you're in position, you've made a nice L with your left knee and your right leg. Gonna turn to face the extended leg. I hope we don't have a close-up of the soles of my feet. I know they're filthy. Okay, make sure you flex your foot. Flex the foot on the extended leg, because when you flex, you're giving yourself a beautiful, beautiful hamstring stretch. And a sciatic stretch, actually, the sciatic nerve stretch as well. When you point your toes, you are actually stretching your quadriceps in the upper part of your thighs. So we want to feel a hamstring stretch. So we're going to flex our foot. and turn to face our extended leg. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height. So when we're doing this, and hold that, Josiane, I want to point out something. When you inhale, you'll see this is quite a neutral position where you think, okay, the biceps and the triceps stretch equally. The point is, we usually want to stretch the triceps and compact the biceps. So we're going to keep taking our arms all the way overhead. You should feel a wonderful stretch in your triceps. Keep inhaling. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to fold from the waist, from the hip. We're going to exhale and fold with a nice straight back. Now, folks at home, if you're stretching with us, remember it's not important to get your hands past your feet. The important thing is to feel the stretch. Exhale and fold with a straight back. This posture is called Janu Sirsha. Janu means knee, Sirsha is head. It's literally head to knee. I know today this is my capacity. I'm feeling a wonderful stretch in my hamstrings. And if I want to feel that connection of my head touching my knee, I could bend my knee just a little bit, just to say, oh, wow, I can do this posture. But the important thing is to get a little bit of a challenge to feel the stretch. It's not important that you get into the final posture on day one. So I'm happy where I am. If I bend my knee, I'm not going to feel the hamstring stretch as much. So my knee is going to be straight. And one of these days, I'm going to keep exhaling. One of these days, my head is going to touch my knee. But that day is not today. So let's inhale. Bring your palms together. Keep inhaling. Keep your back nice and straight. Inhale. Let's come up. Exhale and release. That feels wonderful. Feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we are getting a high just stretching. Now, let's extend the left leg, fold the right leg at the knee, attach the sole of your right foot to your inner left thigh. That's fine.
Thank you.
That's okay.
Otherwise I can't bend forward.
This is not, no, that's perfectly all right. And actually, Josiane has a tender knee on the right leg, so she's actually bending it outward. If she bends it inward, it's going to hurt her today. So I want her to be safe. That's a smart thing to do. But just be aware, in case you need to do what Josiane's doing, she is still stretching. Remember what I told you about the muscle groups being interconnected? You're still stretching your quadriceps. You're stretching the inside, the adductor muscles on the inside as well. So you're still getting a stretch. So you're doing fine. Okay. Now, attach the sole of your right foot to the inside of your upper left thigh. Let's talk about it. Just turn our body a little bit to face the extended leg. Inhale. Bring your arms up to shoulder height. Palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead. Palms facing in. Perfect. Thank you. We have about 5 minutes, so we're doing very well. We're going to exhale and fold from the hip. We're going to keep our back nice and straight. Keep your foot flexed. It doesn't matter if your feet look dirty. That's okay. No one's watching. This is a program, so we don't mind. But at home, you're fine. You're your own witness. Don't worry. Exhale and fold. The other reason why it's nice to be able to flex your foot, it's also a little closer to your hands. So yes, you can actually get your hands right over. But remember, when you flex your leg, when you flex your foot, you're actually stretching your hamstrings. So keep that in mind always. Keep folding. This is also a wonderful compression, a wonderful compacting of your lower abdominal muscles. It's also a little bit of a compacting of the upper abs. Plus, just so we don't forget, you are stretching the lower back as well. So all the latissimus, the base of the latissimus muscles, the sacral area, all those muscles are getting a beautiful, beautiful stretch. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale and release. Josiane, let's just extend both our legs out. There's one more with a beautiful, no, we've done enough of a hamstring stretch. Let's go into the tricep stretches. We've covered almost all major muscle groups. The plantars were in the standing ones. Actually, yes, we do have one where we can stretch. Well, let's go. Stay there. That's good, because the plantars and the Achilles are the muscles just behind your ankles. The plantars are in the sole of your foot. So we're going to stretch with both